It's my new Stanley thermos. It's a coffee cup. I love this thing. Not sponsored. Hi guys, welcome back to Doug's Basement Workshop. Today we are doing a CNC project. I know we haven't done a CNC router project in quite a while, but I do have the new Shapeoko 4. I got it last fall and I really haven't talked or done many videos about it. I'd like to do some more because honestly, the Shapeoko has been just getting beaten up. My Shapeoko 3 finally passed away. It has gotten to a point where I'm going to have to invest more in fixing it up than buying a new one. I need to replace the Z-axis. And if I'm going to spend $800 on the Z-axis, I might as well just go ahead and buy the Shapeoko 5 when it comes out in a couple of months. Do you like the way I went with that whole thing there? I'm just looking for the excuse for the Shapeoko 5. It looks really kick butt, 4x4 CNC machine. So there's no reason that we can't do this with the Glowforge. I wanted to do a Shapeoko project. I like the way this came out personally. Now, I didn't lay these out the way they are. I am a guy. I would have put them straight across the bottom. But because of the piece of art we're doing, which is a 3D carved tree of life, it looks kind of artsy right there. We're going to be hanging this off the top of this. Now, this piece is a will it work piece. And I quite often will do a will it work piece when I'm not sure and I don't want to use an expensive wood. And I didn't know how delicate these branches were going to be, if it was going to blow apart. I didn't want to start with black walnut or something exotic and have it blow apart. I wanted contrasting wood to my cherry, so I wasn't going to do it out of cherry, which I'm very familiar with because I use it all the time. I'm probably going to do something different when it gets warmer out. Right now it is 34 degrees in the shop. I wish I had my hat on. I really wish I had some gloves on. The heat in here is not cutting it. But this is the 3D Tree of Life. I will put a link down below where I got this off of Etsy. Not all Etsy people you want to buy 3D models from, but this one worked out really, really well. So, pretty good. It looks a lot better. I have done this tree bigger, and obviously with almost with all 3D models, the bigger, the better it looks. But that one is pine. I did do a second one out of rock maple. And obviously much heavier. The carve came out better. It's cleaner. I like this better. This doesn't have finish on it yet. I just finished it an hour or so ago. This one has a coat of spray finish on it right now. I'm probably going to throw a coat of spray finish on this. I'll try and throw some pictures up in the corners. I'm making more than one of these coat racks. I'm going to be making another one for myself. And depending on how long it takes for the hardware to come in, I may throw up another video. But this is really cute, really simple. The leaf pieces came from Home Depot. I'll see if I can't throw some links down below for other places to find these leaf pieces. They were expensive, little coat hangers, but they did really well with the Tree of Life. I easily see you doing any number of things up here, kind of the hang off the top, especially with a cut through so you can see through the back. I see you doing an LED light on the back of this with lights coming up, making this look amazing. Your possibilities are endless with this. Now, when I say you can do lights with this, I'm not assuming you're going to drill holes through this into a wall. I always hate the look that someone puts all this time and effort into making a beautiful coat rack piece or any beautiful piece that mounts to a wall that needs to be structurally sound, and they put screws through it and they can put pegs. I don't care what you do. We all know you put screws through it to hold it in place. What I like to do when I'm doing something like this is a French cleat. If you're not familiar with a French cleat, it is two strips of wood with a 45-degree angle cut in them. And this piece will be screwed to the wall this way with that valley sitting there. And I'm going to come in and set this down on top, and this will take any amount of weight that I want to put on there. Now I am going to come back in here, and this is why this is back out here right now, is I'm going to put a little piece down here of this same material so that there's support on the bottom, so that when you hang a coat on here, it doesn't pull and rip that cleat out. It has something the same thickness. So I'm going to use the same French cleat piece that I cut here. It's the same piece that goes here, so that it has the same thickness to stop the tipping as you put heavy coats on here, because we do live in the north, obviously, because I'm freezing out here. Winter coats are going to be heavy. I'm going to pull on this and could mess up my screws in the back. This is cherry with pine. I'm not sure. This one is going to be from my house, and I'm not sure what I'm going to do for a board for it yet. I like to find something live edge. This is curly oak, maybe spalded oak. No, this is curly oak, maple, curly maple. There we go. That one's maple. This one's pine, a little bit of spalding run through it. Now this project started out as someone came to me and said, I want a board with 5 coat hooks in it screwed to the wall. Well, you don't go to a woodworker and say you want 5 coat hooks screwed to a wall on a board so that they have the strength. And you can't ask a woodworker for that. You can't ask me for that. And the cringe of asking me to make something simple, just a 2x4 with coat hooks in it. Why? Why would you ask me? You can go to Home Depot and do that. Don't waste my time. Luckily, that person is no longer in my life, and I don't have to try to justify spending 4 days or 3 days carving a tree, because my days are short now that this temperature. I could have done this in 1 day in warmer weather, but I can't be out here for that many hours because it's just not warm enough. But days carving a tree, the $20 in coat hooks, and the live edge slab. My cost on this is $20 for the coat hooks. It's probably $10 in bits. Maybe a buck and finish, a buck and stain, or a buck and tung oil, buck and spray finish. Pretty cheap. Now, I am thinking if I end up making a couple of these, take the farmer's market, something like this, I'm thinking $50 to $75. Might make them a little bit longer, because this is kind of close for winter jackets, in my opinion. But this is going to fit a space, and I'll put a picture up showing the space that this had to fit into. And that's why I'm using these dimensions. I would have liked to make this longer. The original one was going to be 4 feet. This is just shy of 2 feet. So, quick, easy, simple, 3D carve, cut through the design. I did the 3D pockets. I took the outline feature, cut through pocketed out the areas on the inside of the 3D model. If you don't know how to do that, leave some comments and I will shoot a short video of how to lay this out on the software, on Vectrix. And that same concept will transfer on to any software, but Vectrix is what I use. I use Aspire now. I have the full 3D modeling software, but I also have the 2D, so I can do it in either one and show you how to do it. You don't need the full 3D modeling package to do this kind of stuff. This is just a couple of button clicks to be able to do the pockets and do the cut throughs on this. Quick, easy, simple, great Christmas gift, and woodworker cost, very minimal. Easily, if you live someplace warmer, this could be a 1-day carve, a long 1-day carve, but a 1-day carve. This is a 1/8 inch bit, or a 1/4 inch bit, hogged it out, 1/8 inch bit to finish it off. On the pine, I ran it a lot harder. On the rock maple, I ran it a little bit slower, and I'll try to throw the speeds and feeds down below for you, because off the top of my head, I'm not going to pretend that I can just spit those out and get them right for you. I'll also throw a link down below for the bits that I used in case you want to see the exact bit so you can find out exactly what I used. And That's it, guys. Simple project. Now, Glowforge people, you could easily cut an ingot, a circle, cut a circle, laser something on, cut a tree of life, cut through, score a design, engrave a design with a cut through, get very similar designs. You could do so many things with the laser, and your time would be so much shorter with the laser. Your options are so much more vast with the laser than what I can do with my CNC machine, but the CNC machine can do 3D modeling, and that's what I was going for this project. So questions, comments, complaints, concerns, I'm going to throw some pictures up at the end of this video of the French cleat system and how it goes on the wall and how all that stuff works. I'm not really going to shoot video. It's inside of someone else's house, so I can't shoot video there, but I will snap a couple pictures with my cell phone as I'm putting it up. I'll also snap a picture of the back of this and hopefully have it up here in this corner of what this looks like up close with all of that kind of stuff and pieces and angles and stuff in there. If you have any questions, comments, complaints down below, remember, like, share, subscribe. Guys, help me get up to 1,000 people. Let's get this channel monetized so I can do more of these videos for you. And maybe when we get monetized, I can actually get, you know, the CNC room, which is the other room, not this room, insulated. I'd really like to get some insulation in that CNC room so I can be out here working in the winter and doing more videos for you guys. Obviously, videos come out on the off season of me selling Showtime during the summers. All right, thanks for stopping by. Go make some sawdust, go make some smoke, have some fun.